Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 1 between PUriTanner and ElBowser in the SDL Steel Division 2 League. Let's dive right in. Alrighty folks, so we have another Division 1 match here between two legends once again, ElBowser and PUriTanner. PUriTanner here on the red side with CIABG on Maverick Income, and ElBowser on Fallschirmpanzer Herman Goring on the Vanguard Income. So another Vanguard Maverick Income matchup. Very exciting there. Tannenberg, great map. Really enjoy this one. I'm a big fan of Fallschirmpanzer, fun division. CIABG, we saw it do disgusting things before. Let's see, we'll see it do disgusting things again. Let's zoom down in here. First over here to ElBowser. We have some Flammenwerfers going down, double Panzerschreck, some Ersatz, a Panzergren with Panzerfaust in a half track, and a Panzer T-34 in this, oh my goodness, in the center-ish sort of area, southern center. We have the rest of the Flammenwerfers, a whole bunch, basically his entire card of Sturmtigers, a whole pile of Ersatztruppen, and Herman Goring Pioneer MP44, which is basically a Begleit Pioneer. SDKFZ 250/10s, which are the light AT gun ones. Then we have a Panzergren in a half track and two T-34 leaders. And down south, it's just an Ersatztruppen, a Panzergren, a MG42, and a Panzerschreck. So heavy deployment here in the center. Nuts. Although, truthfully, usually Fallschirmpanzer would struggle at CQC somewhat, but against CIABG, it should do okay. Up north here for Tanner, we have an MG42 and a traction coming in. Converted Gunners UK, a Hummer Mark III with the machine gun and AT rifle. We have a Converted Gunner UK, Cromwell 5, and a couple of FFO Fusiliers. Then we have an MG42 and then another MG42, all of these in tractions, by the way, with more Converted Gunners and two more Hummers. Going down to the center, we just have some Converted Gunners and a 25-pounder right off the bat. Down south, we have Converted Gunners, a Fusilier Marine, and another Converted Gunner. And then all the way down south, we have what appears to be the main push here for him. We have a Daimler OV, we have MG42, some Converted Gunners, Cromwell 7, Crusader AA, a 17-pounder, and two FFO Fusiliers. So it doesn't look like we're going to get a massive Cromwell spam at the beginning here from PUriTanner, but here we go. And if you guys are enjoying this tournament coverage, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon down below or throwing down a super thanks if you got a couple extra bucks. It really goes a long way. Thanks a bunch, and here we go. Now, of course, the tractions are going to get some very strong early positions here with their MG42s. So you should be able to grab some early positions. I would think this is going quite deep. It's really not, actually. It's just trying to get to spots early. But I doubt, yeah, he's not. Well, Bowser is trying to get a Ersatztruppen into this building over here, and I think he's going to fail. Well, actually, that smoke might help him out from that 25-pounder. MG42s all deployed, just not very aggressively, really in the normal defensive positions. I guess he just really wanted them to be deployed. Looks like, oh, what is this? This is a cheeky play here. I've seen this before where you can just zip down this road and no one really puts stuff here because why would you? What is that? Oh, that's a 25-pounder. Smoke from it. I was so confused. I thought that was like an HE shell from something. All right, so Flammenwerfer getting stopped a little bit by the MG42, but the second one will get through, and a big bubble getting created here, and there's 100% nothing to stop this massive pile of CQC troops that ElBowser's going with. And remember, ElBowser on the Vanguard Income and currently at a 15-9 right off the bat. Ersatz did get in because of the smoke, so kind of awkward there. MG42 pinning down these FFO Fusiliers. Crusader AA getting in range. Getting in position, I should say. Cromwell 7 redeploying? Yes, redeploying down here to this southern position. Now, the Modus Strelki coming in A, which means we will not see them in B, which means there's only like, what, 9, I guess, here in A, because he's got them unvetted. Cromwell 5 up north, pushing off those Ersatz. This flag definitely under a little bit of trouble. Flammenwerfer's throwing down a lot of smoke here. Hummer's going to be a little bit of an issue. These T-34s, though, are well-suited to fighting these things at close range. SDKFZ, of course, too, can also bully these MG42s a little bit. So really interesting play from ElBowser and paying off handsomely at the moment. I don't feel like Tanner's using the pure strength of CIABG, which is the like Cromwell spam here at the beginning to like make big inroads. Kind of surprising. Because again, that is really their strength. Against Herman Goring, Your armor is not going to match up fantastically, but you can definitely swarm them. Herman Goring doesn't really actually have that many tanks. And its AT is focused around Pack 40s and such, which can be very easily swarmed by a pile of Cromwells. So this early double tick here, giving ElBowser some really nice ticket lead. Of course, he's not going to hold it, and he doesn't expect to, but it's giving him a lot of points early on here. And he's got the middle here locked down. It looks like the really strong CQC squad, I'm forgetting their name, basically the Flamer squad out of CIABG. It looks like he's bringing those in B phase. Urzat's trying to get in to reinforce these Flammenwerfers, eating up these infantry. Converted gunner is not great at CQC. Well, especially against actual dedicated CQC units. Of course, in this situation, they're fine. Looks like Bowser might grab another flag. Daimler down south, pushing forward. Up north, Cromwell bullying these Urzats out of position. Well, actually, it's supporting these Flammenwerfers. T-34-76 is really the only thing that can stop this stuff. I see a Grilla coming in, but that's not going to help. This SDK of Z71 way too far back. That's not going to stop a thing. T-34s, though, doing the bully effect here. Really not much to stop them. Not enough Cromwells or anything. Churchill 7 should do pretty well. They can't be killed. The Churchill 7 cannot be killed by these T-34s. Even from the side, it will really struggle to be hurt. Urzat, though, getting forced out of position, and this flag might flip over to Tanner. Back to a 15-9 as he now applies pressure to re-grab this. Again, these Fusiliers are the same price as these Flammenwerfers. A little ridiculous, in my opinion. Cromwell 8, though, with its HE shell, pressuring the STK of Z, but Tanner getting pushed out of this town. Didn't have a lot here to start, and he's losing what he's got really quick. MG42 getting pinned down. He will lose this area as well. Tanner in a very dangerous spot here. 17-7 with this double tick. And remember, this is Vanguard income. ElBowser's advantage is only going to get multiplied here for a bit. And we do see some Jagdpanzer 4s, fantastic weapons against CIABG. They have nothing but 17-pounders and Fireflies to kill these. Otherwise, they're invulnerable. From the front. Obviously, you can get them from the side. But, you know, generally speaking, we're talking about the front when we're saying that. Pioneer, not fighting at ideal range. It really, at long range, all it has is an MG42, so it's not good. He wants to get out of it. He needs to get in the woods. But unfortunately, he's got an attack move order. Sturmtiger should help. He's probably going to lose this flag, though. 25-pounder. I'm not sure where it's going. He's just throwing down smoke again. Does he have something coming? Just this FFO Fusilier to get into this building here, along with the converted gunners. T-34 trying to push off these infantry. The thing again is, though, with this division, all these units are 15 points, so he can keep going. Like, they can just keep coming. Cromwell 8 with its HE deleting that Sturmpioneer. Glide Pioneer should still be able to kill these UK gunners unless something else gets involved. Because we're talking MP44s shooting stuff out in the open. It's just, they just do so much damage. It's nuts. ElBowser, though, might be a little overextended here. I say might, but I actually absolutely think he's overextended here. He's got nothing. If this Pioneer dies, and these Sturm Pioneers, there's nothing. This entire line will collapse backwards. Half track going down to the SDK is at 250/10. Great call in there. Flammenwerfer trying to hold off these Fusilier. One squad it could have. Two squad it's not going to succeed. Fusilier's getting overwhelmed here, but down it goes. And these guys have nothing to connect to. ElBowser still holding on to that 16-8 though. The double tick. Really, it's about the double tick here. MG42 getting pinned down. Jagdpanzer 4 moving into position, though I'm not sure what it's looking to stop right now. T-34 doing plenty fine, although the T-34s can certainly die to the Cromwells. Let's not pretend that they can't die to those. Pressuring some of these leaders, that's good. He needs to do that. But there goes the Pioneer, and there goes this flag and this flag. Yeah, Bowser overextended here pretty bad. Back to a 14-10 now. 13-11, just kidding. He's lost all these forward positions. Now, he's done a nice job tick-wise. JU-87 coming in, takes out the Cromwell 5. I'm surprised. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go after maybe the Churchill 7. Oh, JU-87 goes down to the Spitfire. Big loss there. He's only got one card of those JU-87 tank busters, and he brought him in A, which means he only had one to work with. At least if I'm remembering correctly. And ElBowser, oh, T-34 goes down up north to the 17-pounder there. ElBowser looking all of a sudden a little, I mean, he's gotten all these flags and stuff, but his position has been broken down a lot. These Sturm Pioneers are useless back here. I mean, great, they're standing on the flag, they're connected to nothing. Jagdpanzer IV, though, this again is pretty much indestructible. Going after that Cromwell, trying to get that. SDKZ has been moved up a little bit. Not really enough to fully cover all this. I would think maybe like a position in here might be a little better, but it's hard. There's so many sight lines in here that your stuff can get like shot and it doesn't feel like they should be able to. Panzer IV over here holding this flag, though, with very little vision. It probably won't spot much. Erzat's pouring in. Only have about 2 minutes left of the Vanguard, and then we get to Tanner's Maverick incoming. It's up to him to counter back. The issue is, though, Bowser's used up all his CQC infantry. He's got nothing to fight these FFOs at close range. Jagdpanzer versus Churchill. This is actually going to be kind of a staring contest. The Jagdpanzer can... it just did pen it. I spoke too soon, clearly. It should struggle at this range to pen, but it's not having too much of a problem. The other thing is I forgot that the Jagdpanzer's got a buff that they now have the 145 millimeters of pen and not the 135 millimeters of penetration that they had for a very long time. Churchill getting double teamed here, but again, the T-34 is going to struggle to pen that even from the side. T-34 better be careful. Taking out the Hummers would be nice, though, getting rid of the eyes on those things. Jagdpanzer IV better be careful over here. He's lost this flag up north. And here comes the Zenistia. That's what they're called. So he did have them in A phase. He just didn't call them in. Really weird. That is really strange. But he's got them now. 12-man squads. Really solid. 4 Thompson, 6 rifles, a Flamer, and a Bren. So they have lots of CQC power. There's really nothing in Fallschirmpanzer that can really stop this. Typhoon, though, coming in for that. Jagdpanzer IV fails to kill it. SDKZ targeted on that Typhoon. Obviously, you want to get that killed ASAP. He should only have 1 bringing in an A phase. So it looked like Tanner had a lot of his stuff in A phase and just didn't call it in. Really odd. Sturmtiger. Let's see if Bowser can make use of this monstrosity. I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrible with this thing. Like an absolute embarrassment. I call it in and most of the time it sits there looking cool. But against the right division, and this might be the right division, it can be an absolute house. At 175 millimeters of armor, the 17-pounder should struggle to penetrate. It technically shouldn't be able to, but as we've talked about many times, things still penetrate even if they don't technically have the penetration value. You know, if it's within 20 millimeters, there's still an opportunity to pen. Converted Gunner's going to get absolutely deleted here. As long as the Pioneers are within MP44 range, they should do quite well in this fight, and they are. Even with the cover differential, the Pioneers just put out so much more damage. He's lost his flag in the middle. We're back to a 12-12. Now, a lot of tickets have been lost, but we are now into B phase. Is this just for recon? I mean, he could just push out and go after this 25-pounder. That'd be quite funny. Churchill 7. Still big boy on the block in this position. Here comes the Sturmtiger. A wonderful thing about Tigers. This Tigger's a wonderful thing. FFO Fusiliers, anyone? Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, sorry, I got a daughter. Yeah, it's one of those things. Loved it when I was a kid, though. 17-pounder getting targeted out of range. Taking some damage there. Is forced to fall back. Converted RAFs coming in. These are much better. They're a little more expensive. 20 points, but they at least have an LMG. Still an uber chunky squad. Churchill 7 proving to be difficult to deal with. Again, ElBowser needs to make use of this Sturmtiger. But here comes the waves of Sturm Pioneers. Clearly, this is almost an entire cart of them once again. He could really use a leader, though. I'm noticing Bowser not with many leaders other than these T-34s. And I don't get a sense he called these in for their leadership. I think they are there as tanks. Jagdpanzer IV bounces on the Cromwell here. It does have 120 millimeters of armor, so it's not an easy pen. It's got to be careful. Might get flanked. That's the only way this Jagdpanzer IV is really going down. Oh, it showed some side armor there. Cromwell desperately trying to get out of the way. Now showing side armor. Takes a penetration. Will get out of line of sight, but there's one pen on that now. And here comes the waves. A leader here would do so much. Panzer IV, though, spotting some infantry on the hill. weird line of sights on these hills, and now the Zenisti taking a ton of unnecessary damage. Really bad, actually, for Tanner. He needs these things to hold this inside ground. Because he has no other CQC stuff. Like, this is it. Is there a sapper unit? I don't think there is. The Sturm Pioneers did take out the 25-pounder. Ah, that's so great. I would never have the balls to do it. Even though I should, I never do. Zenisti pinned down already. Panzer IV cannot get involved this time, but with 5 squads, 5 flames going off, the Zenisti will get deleted in short order. Here they come. Here I come, my Cinnamon. Applejacks, anybody? Sorry, I'm full of references today. Zenisti getting absolutely wiped by just a giga horde of Sturm Pioneers. It's very funny to see. Gudila taking a hit from the 17-pounder. Will it get a shot off? I will. There it goes. It will probably die here, though. Down it'll go. And the shot, unfortunately, very off target for Bowser. These Cromwells at close range will definitely be able to deal with these T-34s. He's got to be careful, and the T-34 has no chance against this Churchill 7. He needs to get out of there. Oh. Churchill so slow in turning that he got a side shot. My God, those things are slow. Sturmtiger, first shot of the game here, at least I believe, maybe the second. It looks like a second shot. Deleting a 17-pounder, and I guess it deleted some Hummers, too. And there we go. T-34, though, does go down. The double Cromwell, plenty to take care of that. Jagdpanzer has to be careful. It may go down as well. Erzat's being pressured all over the place. Remember, they're not very good. The Marines getting forced off before they can get within bazooka range. Panzer IV stopping these RAF converted gunners here. Again, a much better loadout for these guys, but nothing crazy better. They're still disheartened. They can still get beat up. Sturm Pioneer carving through these FFO Fusiliers. Big northern little pusher. Ooh, 17-pounder getting a hit on target on that Jagdpanzer. I wish my AT guns hit on the first shot. That'd be exciting. Here comes the big mama to Fallschirmjäger Herman Goring, just full of big boomy things. I would actually say I think they're the boomiest division. They have the biggest things. 600 millimeters. There's nothing else in the game that booms like this does. But it looks like only one will get off. The Typhoon will take that out. And he only gets one. You get 3 call-ins of this. It's a singular shot. Can the SDKFZ respond? No, it's too far back. I said that earlier. He really needs to get it up further. It's not useful enough in that position. Jagdpanzer IV spotting out. Ooh, the Cromwell 5. He definitely wants to kill it. These HE, long-range HE. CIABG gets so freaking many of them. 17-pounder on target on the Panzer IV. It can easily take that out. Is it falling back? It doesn't look like it. 17-pounder actually missing its first shot. Cromwell 5? No, that's still the 6. There, oh my God, there's the 600 mil killing 2 tanks. I think it was 2. I might have miscounted, but it killed a lot of stuff. So unfortunate to lose that. Panzer IV does go down now to that 17-pounder. FFO Fusiliers trying to stay alive here, but Panzergren's pushing forward. Cromwell 7 eliminating these Erzats. Panzer IV, wow, it's almost out of HE shells, so it's been doing some work down here while we've been watching elsewhere. Sturmtiger reloading, it's firing. Here we go, gonna take out that 17-pounder. 17-pounder has no chance at max range. It really shouldn't. Oh, it survives. Wow. I have questions. Oh, it just missed that hard. As long as the Sturmtiger keeps fighting forward, Jagdpanzer IV does go down. Sturmtiger in a dangerous spot here, showing side armor. SDKFZ finally moves forward and now has to move back. Awkward. Bowser needs to get on his Sturmtiger micro or the guy's going to lose it. But ElBowser back to a 15-9. Only 7 minutes left here for Tanner. He has no way to contest this middle section. He's struggling. HE doing some damage. It's not going to do much, but it's going to do damage. Hummer's getting some hill shots here on these Sturm Pioneers. ElBowser needs to pick up on that. I'm not sure where he's looking right now. Probably up north here, managing this. Cromwells have no chance against this Jagdpanzer. It's going to easily eliminate those if it could land a shot. Cromwell's so fast they can get out of range. 17-pounder's been cut off with smoke. Down goes one Cromwell 5. Jagdpanzer's just so good. Jagdpanzer 4s are just glorious weapons. They really blank so much allied armor. It's kind of nuts. Here comes Panzer T-34s in. Sturmtiger looks like it may have taken a penetration. Let's look here. Oh yeah, it's taken a lot of damage. Got to be careful with that. I will say it's definitely done damage, but he's got to be careful. Half-track swinging north. Interesting move there. Still 59 though. Tanner's got to get on it. His Cromwells will be challenged by these Panzer IVs. Panzer IVs can pen them, but they got to be they can even at max range, but they got to be a little closer for more consistency. Cromwell 5 pushing in. It's got no contest right now. Ooh, goes down to the T-34s. Big kill there for Tanner killing off, for Bowser killing off that armor. We see an attack position on the SDK of Z, which is finally in a far enough forward position. Now he's going to get punished for it. Grilla with a ground attack to try to kill the 17 pounder, but that has shifted out of position there. Gotta be careful. The Grillas run out of ammo really fast. MG42 might get killed off here by the 17 pounder. SDK of Z getting hit too. Will it get out in time? It does. 17 pounder presenting a danger to all armor around. MG42 getting targeted. Still 15-9 here. Tanner can just not make an inroad anywhere. And we are getting to the end of his B phase income, which is very dangerous. He will no longer have an income advantage. Technically, again, we've talked about this. Bowser will have the income advantage, but it's so minute, I can't say it's really much of an advantage. Technically, by the end of B phase, Tanner will have about 200 points out more than Bowser. But I do feel like Bowser has traded quite well. Panzer IV getting a side shot on that Cromwell 7. And he gets the second penetration, killing that off. Now, the swarm of Hummers, though, going to kill this Ersatz and may create a big issue here for Bowser, which, once again, he's been a little... this isn't aggressive. It's just he's left this backline totally exposed. One T-34 can clean this up quite well, though. Cromwell 7 versus Panzer G4. Panzer IV having a bounce. This is a tough fight for both of these. Both of these will do some bouncing. Transmission damage is not a pen, though. Who will win? There's a penetration. Panzer IV draws first blood. And it takes it out. What a kill. All of a sudden, we're back to a 12-12 with this massive salient here. The issue is I feel like Tanner should have some more Zenisti left, but we haven't seen any. We saw the 2, and that was it. Did I miss some? Perhaps. Tanner, though, with his B-phase blob moving forward now, a lot of tanks here. Cromwell 5, Firefly, Churchill, more Cromwells. This Sturmtiger in a dangerous spot. It's being ground attacked. I think it's going to miss, though. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. Sturmtiger needs to back off now. T-34 getting targeted, or no, the infantry. This Firefly is going to be a lot of danger, though. Hummer's driving through. Here comes the T-34 to try to clean up some of this armor. These Hummers in a really weird position. Are they stuck? No, they're moving. There's not a lot supporting this salient, though. Converted RAF moving forward. They are cheap, so here's the issue now. Because CIABG's stuff is all just generally cheap, he's going to have a much easier time playing into C-phase. Herman Goring, on the whole, is expensive. Units are expensive. Firefly takes a pen, though, from that T-34. That would be huge to kill that off. No, it switches targets. Lost line of sight. Panzergun taking a lot of damage. This is all really tight here. Whoa. No. T-34 goes down. Rough trade there. Converted RAFs should really struggle against these these Sturm Pioneers, which are now pushing forward. The Glide Pioneer Grens, though, should do pretty well. They're not amazing CQC troops, but they are better than converted RAF guys are, for sure. SPW-222 goes down up here to the Cromwell 5. Grilla did kill that 17-pounder up north and is now trying to bully these infantry. Here comes the Cromwell 5s, though. Jagdpanzer IV did go down, and it doesn't appear like he has another card. He might have only brought one card, despite having like 6. Like 6 cards of them to buy if he wanted to. Back to a 15-9 for ElBowser, though. My goodness. The swinginess is real. These Panzergrens, though, will lose at CQC versus these converted gunners. Just the chunkiness of the squad. Cromwell 5 Sturmtiger has backed off now. T-34, it's not really the tool you want here in the open. Panzer IV would probably be more effective. Panzergren crushing these converted gunners. ElBowser now to 1311. Instead, 6 minutes left here for Tanner on the single tick. A whole bunch of Panzerschrecks coming in. I'm not sure what armor contingent he's going after so hard. Pack 40, though, should do quite well here. Panzer IV has to be careful. This 17-pounder, it can obviously crush it. Cromwell 5 goes down to the Pack 40, I presume. Not sure what else. Oh, no, the Panzergren with the Panzerfaust. Now that gets the lead. Back to a 12-12 now. Tanner's got a long way to go, though, to even this up. Because remember, 50-minute time limits, we're now halfway through, 25 minutes. Typhoon coming in. SDKZ on it, though. Will easily force that off. Another Typhoon. Oh, but it also gets forced off. Wow, that SDKZ doing the work. It's not even vetted. Quite impressive, really. Pack 40, a terrible matchup for this Firefly. Pack 40 should be able to take it out. We'll see if it can. Down it goes. Now it's going to retarget on these Cromwells. Sturmtiger tanking, literally, for this Pack 40. Pack 40 does not need to be using APCR. On the Churchill 7, sure, but not on this Cromwell that it is currently. It's wasting the APCR that it actually desperately needs to fight this Churchill. Here comes the Sturmtiger. Big shot. Here we go. Delete. Herman Goring with his big booms. Ooh, a Marine that got snuck back around the line. Kills off a Panzer IV, and at this point in the game, that's a huge loss. T-34 in to kill this Hummer finally. Down it goes. That protects then the SDK of Zed. But Gleitgren finally reconnecting, hopefully, with these Sturm Pioneers. Sturm Pioneer Blob, again, undefeatable here for Tanner. There you go. They're finally reconnected. They're going to carve through these converted RAF at close range. Pack 40 bullying this 17-pounder. No HE on that. Panzergren going to get deleted down here, and that flag will flip back. Tanner on his first, actually advantage of the game at a 13-11, but it is a tenuous 13-11 to say the best. T-34 trying to kill this Cromwell 8. Cromwell 8 has 120 millimeters of pen, so this is going to be a while. Sturmtiger went down. I'm not sure how. Where is it? Where did our beloved... Oh, no, it's right there. It didn't go down. It's alive. I was going to say, I don't know anything there that could have killed that. Pack 40, though, getting killed off by that converted RAF. That's a rough loss. Panzergren in position to stop these FFO Fusiliers. Still 13-11, though. And we have a danger of a flag down here being lost. Here comes Valkyrie, of all things. I think these are absolutely terrible. One of the worst infantry in the game. Legit. It's 30 points, and this unit just sucks. It's so bad. I don't know why. On paper, it should be great. But even when it's fighting at its optimal range, which would be 300 meters, so you get to fire the MG42 and the MP44s, it's just bad. It's just not good. I don't know why. It doesn't have enough long-range firepower because it's only got one MG42. For 30 points, that's a lot. And it doesn't have enough close-range firepower to be good at CQC. It just doesn't do anything. It's one of those weird hybrid infantry that just doesn't do it. Pack 40 trying to take out that MG42. This is not... You don't want to fight a Pack 40 against MG42. The MG42 will suppress first and win. Smoke goes down and saves it. T-34 trying to get closer to kill off this Cromwell 7, 8, whatever. There's a lot of Roman numerals on these things. Freaking Cromwells with their 16 versions. Panzer IV would be the tool you want here to kill these Cromwells, but the Cromwells have been broken down. There's no more down south other than this 6 here. T-34 should be able to kill it? Yes, absolutely can kill that. Smoke saves the Pack 40, but Bowser looking very weak up north. He's in a very dangerous spot, and the swarms are showing themselves. We're seeing the effect of the spam infantry. You just get a lot. There's just a ton there. Cromwell 6 still alive. 17-pounder moving into positions. Got to be careful. Tac beacon on the Sturmtiger. He's got two 25-pounders, but they're running out of ammo. He's going to have to ammo those up soon. Pack 40 in position. Could kill off this Crusader AA. That'd be a pretty big kill. Looks like it got out in time. Tanner on a 14-10. What a turnaround. Bowser is so strong through the beginning of the game. He's just been not trading as well in this second half. T-34 goes down to the 17-pounder. Cromwell did die before that, though. Panzer IV trying to get out of range. These 17-pounders have come in clutch. Mortar half-track doing lots of work. Yeah, Bowser on the back foot here. And again, I think part of the issue is his infantry are just so expensive. I mean, you can throw 2 FFO Fusiliers at 1 Valkyrie, and the Valkyrie will lose. This Sturm, again, Bowser just pushing too far and leaving these big gaps where he can get cut off, and then his blobs are useless. Gleitgren should win. It's not as nice as it should be, but they should win at the end of the day. SDKZ71's doing the work. Typhoon on the Valkyrie? Okay. Little odd. He's got him. I guess you might as well use him. He's broken down... Tanner's broken down a lot of the armor here for Bowser, and Bowser doesn't actually have that much armor. It's not like he's got piles of tanks to work with. It does not look like he called in the Tiger card, so that means he's just working with T-34s and Panzer IVs. He did an unvetted card, which means I think there's 9 or 12 of them. There's a lot. So he does have a lot of T-34s to call in. And we're getting to, what is this? We're coming up to 40 minutes deep into this game? No. 30 minutes. 30 minutes deep, because they put the 50-minute time limit on. I don't like the time limit thing. It makes it harder to figure it out. 25-pounder thrown down the smoke again, but there are a bunch of Panzergrens in position here to stop these FFO Fusiliers. And it does look like as well that Tanner may be out of HE units, as in like the long-range 2K Cromwells, except for this 8 up here. The blobs of infantry, though, proving hard to stop. The SDKZs, though, should do quite well. If he can kill off the 1 or 2 Cromwells sneaking around, he should be able to really bully with his SDKZs. Can the PaK-40 get a shot off? It does. Will it land? Never. But the Cromwell stops because it didn't spot it before. Now it did. PaK-40 misses 2 shots. Oh my god, frustration. I feel like there's something up with PaK-40 accuracy. Panzergren's gonna get overwhelmed by these Cromwells. All the FFOs down here pinned down. And this flag down here recaptured. PUriTanner still on a 13-11 though, despite his crumbling center. I just feel like ElBowser's just overextending over and over again and allowing PUriTanner to, like, you know, like flank around. Cromwell 5 getting another miss. This PaK-40 is struggling. There it goes. That's a big kill. Now these SDKZs are free to roam. Oh, will the T-34 get a side shot on this Cromwell? I don't think so. The PaK-40, though, is 100% going to here. Will it fire in time? Uh-oh. The Cromwell picks this? Oh, and the PaK-40 misses again! Why? Finally, the Cromwell 8 goes down. I honestly, personally feel that AT guns should get a buff in first shot accuracy, and tanks should get a debuff in first shot accuracy. And you know how much I hate missing the first shot, but I still say I feel like tanks land first shots way more often than AT guns do, and I don't think that's right. I think that's wrong. I think AT guns should land the first shot more often than the tanks do. Because they're open, like, they have all the world to, like, aim with. These Valkyrie pushing forward very aggressively. No way to deal with this Crusader AA right now. The PaK-40 slightly out of position to kill that, or the Crusader AA in a perfect position to not get shot. Here comes a Churchill 7 again. This is the super heavy one, so, you know, back to the struggle. The Sturmtiger is still alive, but it's been pushed so far back, it's not doing anything right now. I think ElBowser needs to take more advantage. He's got it. He's got to use it. It's his most boomy tool. And there's nothing other than a lucky 17-pounder that can stop it. PaK-40 will present danger to this Churchill, especially if we can get some side shots on it. But one shot from the Churchill will kill that PaK-40 off, and we all know what's going to happen. The PaK-40 is going to miss its first shot. So here comes the Churchill. Once again, ElBowser's overextension here causing him a lot of grief. PaK-40, though, there's another Cromwell HE. But the Crusader AA did go down. That is a big deal, having that gone. And not even because of the AA factor, it's just because literally was chopping through his infantry. Pack 40 missed. Again. Cromwell, Churchill didn't. See, I think that's crap. Like, why would the open top AT gun miss first and the Churchill in its tankness not miss? I just think that's stupid. And it seems to happen a lot. And that's not a complaint about RNG. I just think in general, I think the AT guns miss way too much on their first shots. And the tanks just don't feel like they do nearly as much. Tanner on a 15-9. Has he turned this around? Now on a 17-7, is Bowser crumbling here at the finish line? Oh my goodness, the frustration. Oh, the SDKZ goes down. The 81 mil mortar here in danger. T-34 has no chance of penning this thing up. From the side, it's going to struggle, but it can. Where's that Sturmtiger? He needs that thing to, like, go boom this. The foe Fusilier is just overwhelming these Panzergrens. Valkyrie pouring in. Panzerschreck getting spotted out. Needs to back up so it actually might do something. I don't think it's going to, though. Sturmtiger not doing anything yet. Panzer IV at least has a chance of penning, but not from the front. Everything in position. Unfortunately, I feel like the Churchill's still... Oh, nope, it does get a side penetration. There it is. Transmission damage on a Churchill. Oh my god. Oh, facepalm. This thing is probably moving like... It was probably moving like 10 kilometers an hour. Typhoon's not doing a lot at this point. They're just forced off by the 7-1s every time. Valkyrie... Again, it's just bad. They're probably going to lose to this converted gunner. It's converted RF, I mean. Again... Bowser's overextension punishing him so hard. He's keeping his troops in such a gigablob that, like, there's nothing holding the line behind them. So yeah, they carve through anything they see, but then Tanner just goes behind them and just cuts them off over and over again. I think if that had not happened 2 or 3 times, I'm pretty sure Bowser would have won this game just by ticking Tanner out of the game. But he just keeps blobbing his troops up. And now they're getting caught out in the open. And I think a card of Panzergrens would have been so much more helpful here instead of Valkyrie. Valkyrie are just so bad. 17-pounder catching out that Grilla. I don't think Bowser's seen it. Grilla not firing. I don't know, 17-pounder seems to get the first shot plenty. Although I think it did miss that first one. I take it back. MG42, probably going to get eaten up by his Cromwell. Cromwell's going to take out... Ooh. Ugh. Can't be having that at this point. Another Panzerschreck down. These Panzerschrecks have been useless because they've just been out of position all the time. Panzerschreck trying to get into position on these Cromwells. CKZ goes down up north. 18-6 to Tanner. I think he's turned this around. Cromwell's catching out the Panzerschreck. Gonna get deleted again. Grilla, obviously not the tool for killing these Cromwells. Oh no, it's shooting at the infantry. RAF spot out the Panzerschreck. Down it goes. I think Bowser's out of stuff. What a freaking game. I mean, Bowser's only severe concentration of troop is up here up north. His Sturmtiger takes out a 1 health Fusilier. Sad face. Smoke coming down to stop the 17-pounder. Bowser sensing that the north is the only chance he's got. Panzer IV coming in down south, along with a Pack 40. The Sturm Pioneer blob has finally been broken down. The just overwhelming numbers of cheap garbage infantry out of CIABG allows him to just grind them out. I still think these Fusiliers should be nerfed to 20 points. Literally, this loadout is better than a lot of 20-point infantry loadout. It doesn't make sense. Typhoon's used as anti-infantry right now, just to stop them from moving forward. Cromwell 6 down south grabbing this flag. Panzer IV can definitely deal with that, but he's got to position it so it can. The 18-6 just devastating. Sturmtiger finally hooks back up here. Cromwells can't do anything about these infantry in the woods. Tanks pushing forward. These Cromwells are going to be in a dangerous spot here. This Panzer IV is going to cut off this road momentarily. ElBowser holding on. And finally the flags flip. Tanner has done it. He's gotten the flag ticket down all the way here. SDKZ goes down to the Cromwell 7. T-34 actually dodges the grenade from the Fusiliers and pins him down. What a win. Cromwell 4. More Cromwells coming in. They're just so cheap. They're just so dirt cheap. I personally think CIABG is an A-tier division. For sure. I don't know if the division is OP. I think it's very strong. And I think the reasons it's strong are obnoxious reasons. But I don't think it's OP. Typhoon spread. Panzer IV going to struggle. But double Cromwell is going to be bad. Yeah, down it goes. That's rough. T-34 is not going to match up well against these Cromwell 7s with their 120 millimeters of armor. $16-8 here for Tanner. Double tick eating away. Minute 30 left for ElBowser. Honestly, great game for him, but it's just... You can play so far into C phase of CIABG because your infantry are so cheap and your tank, everything's cheap. So you can just keep calling in stuff as if you didn't have a reduced income. Like, it doesn't feel like Tanner's playing on 80 points. Like, he just keeps calling tons of stuff in. And he still has an East. I don't know why he's kept them in his pocket for so long. There is nothing to stop these Cromwell 7s now. The Sturmtiger, nope, it's up here. I'm a little surprised Bowser didn't bring in the Tiger. You don't get many. You'd only get, like, you know, if you brought him in B phase, you'd get 2 or 3, something like that. You know, so it's not like it's a groundbreaking number of Tigers, but to not take them when they are... Truthfully, the only thing in this division that can kill them is the Typhoons and the 17-pounders. And we've seen him navigate the 17-pounders pretty well. Down goes this T-34. Good lord. It's surprising to me that he just didn't bring in or more Jagdpanzers. I think it looked like he only brought 1 card in. And the Jagdpanzers, my goodness, are such good tools against this division. I just feel like Bowser could have brought in so many tanks that Tanner would have absolutely struggled to kill. And he didn't. He brought in the 1 Sturmtiger and I think 2 or 3 Jagdpanzer 4s, and that's it. And he has access to so many more of those. It just is odd to me. And there it is. Tanner turning this around. I hope you guys held in for this one because that was an impressive display. PUriTanner 3,955 kills. Bowser with 3,475 there. Let's see here. Cromwell 8. Yeah, these 2K HE tanks, so obnoxious. So difficult to deal with. This 17-pounder eating up some T-34s. My goodness. Cromwell 5 doing some nice work as well. More Cromwells doing Cromwell-y things. Yeah, this Cromwell, my goodness gracious. Yeah, this was towards the end of the game where Bowser just was not holding up his trades anymore. T-34 did some really nice work there. His infantry eating a lot of stuff up. Jagdpanzer 4 there. Sturmtiger did pretty well. It's not like it didn't. He did pay it off. Panzer 4 doing okay. Yeah, I feel like Folsham Panzer Herman Goring should be a good matchup against CIABG. I just don't think he doubled down on the tools that were difficult for Tanner to deal with. I think that was the issue. But great game from both players. Awesome play. Really fun to watch. If you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the Patreon. Thanks a bunch and have a fantastic day.